Game of the day. Noobplaine versus Bakuryu. Olaf versus Max.
Welcome back to the channel, folks. Sammy Original Guy here, aka Mr. Cannon from Advanced Wars by Web, bringing you another live league game of the day. Today, I decided to wear my denim shirt because denim is sweet, folks. Get the Canadian tuxedo out on the field. Now, today we have Bakuryu versus Noobplaine, two very good live league players. And we are playing on the map Francia. Francia is a triple base airport comm tower supported matchup with plenty of properties to play around with, folks. We have pre-deployed black boats on the HQs, and we have an Olaf versus Max battle here today, folks. So both of these players are in the top 20 when it comes to the live league fog ladder. So you know we are going to be having some quality gameplay, folks. We got two towers on each side and lots of things going on. Now, when we take a look at this map, there is no weak side versus strong side dynamic on this map because you can easily shift all your forces anywhere on this map. But initially, we are going to be seeing some deployment from these two areas, most likely going to be hitting the mid and hitting the upper portion of the map right here, while this map, or this base down here, will most likely be attacking this side, but could easily shift over to the middle. Now, what may end up happening is we could have an accumulation of units in this general area right here, and vice versa on the opposite side here. Get two general little accumulation of units, and this is where the fighting is going to happen, folks. It's going to be absolutely wild. But this map, there is very little terrain on it. There's very little areas to hide. There are a few forests where you will be able to hide certain units like artillery, recons, and various other things. Recon's going to be super effective on this map because you do need vision, and you are going to be able to see quite a bit here. But these forests right here will allow you to zone out certain properties from being captured and also prevent your opponent from being able to capture those as well. Now, this one being, you can zone out this property right here, this one here, you can zone out this property right here. So you're going to have a big old-fashioned zone battle, folks. It's going to be absolutely wild. Now, as stated before, these players are quite good when it comes to live league. So I think we're going to be in for a treat here today, folks. Without further ado, let's go ahead and see what went down in the live league today. On the first few days, folks, you all know the deal. Standard infantry builds, because you got to get the infantry on the field. Number one, priority in advancement by web. Number two, priority in advancement by web. After all, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel for all that hot live league action, folks. We have properties being capped. Now, it will take a little while for the players to reach the neutral base. It is quite far out of reach. But what is not far out of reach is one of the airports, folks. We're going to be capping that airport. We're going to be getting air units on the field. Now, mind you, Max, highly effective with air units. Max's air game is top tier, folks. But what else is also top tier is the fact that Olaf is able to make it snow, which make his air units just equally effective, but in a different way. More of a defensive way rather than an offensive. But you know what they say, folks. The best defense is a good offense, or maybe the best offense is a good defense. You never know. In advanced by web, it can go both ways, folks. You either stall it out or you go full yeet mode. All right, we got double recon over here from the Bakuryu, the Max player. Let's see what he manages to do with that. The recons, like I said before, folks, they are going to be super effective once they reach the middle of the map. You're going to be able to see all sorts of things, folks. But Noobplaine, the old flopper, he decides to go with the old-fashioned standard tank. Tank opener, folks. That's what we got going on. Is the tank opener going to be able to ward away the old, what do you call it? the tank? The recons? I don't know. But we have a third recon on the field, folks. Also, a little bit of a mistake here. I do now realize that there is a mountain region right here. So this base is not going to be able to go directly over here. So technically down here would be the strong side. So this is what we are going to be calling the strong side. And this is what we are going to be calling the, well, that's a terrible W. The weak side. Boom, right there, folks. Now we have a strong side over here and a weak side over here. So now we have established the dynamics of this match. So let's carry on with the battle here, folks. That's one thing about Live League too, folks. You have about 2 minutes to analyze a map and figure out where the strong side is, where the weak side is, and how you are going to approach it, what CO you are going to pick. Or you could just automatically pick Olaf every single game, and you're basically playing the exact same way all the time. But I do think that this map in particular is a little bit, it's good for Olaf. It is good, but it's also bad in some ways because there is a number of roads and a number of cities in the center of the map. So that is going to limit the effectiveness of the Blizzard and Winter Fury because Max will be able to still move on those roads at full movement. So I think we're going to be having an interesting one here, folks. We got 2 tanks out from Noobplaine now. Bakuryu with the 15k in the bank, ready to deploy multiple units here. We are definitely going to be seeing a double tank infantry turn. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. 2 tanks on the field, and the recons have acquired vision, folks. But there is also vision on the recon, so we are in a little bit of a tricky situation, folks. Noobplaine might decide to bring one of his tanks down south in order to ward off the recon, and he does so. But is this tank in range to defend? Ooh, so if the infantry goes in for a capture, or not a capture, but an interrupt, recon goes to attack the infantry, then we get a tank strike, folks. So Bakuryu is definitely going to have to play this one very, very well, very cleverly. We'll see what he decides to do. The other tank is going up north, so getting a lot of range all around the map. All right, properties are being acquired, folks. Got multiple properties. Oh, interesting. Okay, we have an assault here, folks. Oh, a double. We got a double. He's doubling up. The Bakuryu is doubling up, doubling down on an attack here. What an absolutely savage attack. Takes out one of the infantry. Does leave 2 recons potentially vulnerable to attacks. And Noobplaine has a recon, so the recon goes down south, gets a vision of both of the recons, and then we have an engagement here, folks. Is it going to be enough to take it out? No, it is not. The vision machine survives with 1 hit point, and that is exactly what a recon wants to do, folks. All it wants to do, at the end of the day, is survive with 1 hit point so it can start spying on things again. What an absolute legend of a recon, folks. Definitely put a W in the comments below for the winning recon. Now we got an artillery on the field from Noobplaine, another tank, infantry, battlecopter on the way. What is Bakuryu going to do? Because he's now in a tricky situation. He's going to have to figure out something to do with these recons. One of them is definitely going to have to run away. The other one is going to have to run away faster. That is the only difference between the 2 right now. So one runs away and the other one runs away. Exactly what you have to do. You can't be leaving those guys in the front line, but Bakuryu fires a down cell, 70% damage against Kappan infantry in the bottom corner of the map. That could potentially be very, very good for Bakuryu because now he has denied that income down south while he also has a property capped up north. Very interesting. Very interesting chain of events here. All right, Noobplaine going for a cap up north. Now going for the comm tower. Oh, very nice. If he acquires the comm tower, that is going to put him at the 120% firepower threshold needed for those 2-hit KOs. Going and attempting to flip a property from Bakuryu now. And going for a 3rd comm tower. Oh, and 1-shots in the recon. Absolutely massive damage right there. All right, let's see what Bakuryu is going to do in response to that. It is now day 10. Manages to get a interrupt on the comm tower and a 1st strike on a tank. Noobplaine has absolutely no backup for that tank. He was not expecting that attack. but the attack did go through. All right, we got an interrupt and a KO on the comm tower. Going for a capture. Gets a block with an infantry. Secondary attack. 7-5 trades. Not the best trades ever, but you know what? That is okay because at the end of the day, any positive trade is a good trade. All right, got the battlecopter anti-air combo with the double infantry. Now heading towards the middle of the map. Unable to get a interrupt on the capture of the property. So this income is going to flip to a 14-16 game here. And Noobplaine is also going to be acquiring 2 more properties. So as we can see here, as soon as those properties are capped, this is a 17-16 game. Now, Bakuryu did manage to take advantage of having a little bit more income temporarily. So we did get some pretty big builds. But let's see if those will be enough. Are they going to be enough? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, takes the engagement on the comm tower, interrupting so that he doesn't get that firepower bonus. Now, if Max gets 2 comm towers, that will put him at a 140% firepower day-to-day on those direct combat units, which is absolutely massive. Very scary amount of firepower right there, folks. That is like Grim, but without, the defense penalty right there. Right, interrupting a capture, going for an attack with the injured tank, going for an attempt to capture of the comm tower. Bakuryu has absolutely no idea of the dangers that await him in the shade right here, though, folks. There is an artillery right there, ready to go. Things could get absolutely dicey here very quickly as the tanks take some more engagements. Puts a tank right on the city. Very curious position. That does give away its position, but it does offer a lot of defense terrain. Double tapping the infantry, taking it out, stopping the comm tower capture, taking an engagement down south, double engagement. Oh boy. Oh my lord. What a massive attack. There goes tank up north. There goes an infantry. Another infantry taken down to 1, and Noobplaine's got a very nice position up north now. Busting out 2 more tanks and taking the tank back to get some heals. Now that strong front up north for Noobplaine, massive. He's got a massive showing of units up there, but you don't sleep on a Max, folks. Max with that co-power can change things. He can change things in its favor very quickly. All he needs to do is just find a window of opportunity and you can make things happen, folks. But can he make things happen before the Winter Fury hits? That is the real question, folks. The Winter Fury is going to be the make or break scenario here. Oh, I think that comm tower is going to be going through, folks. That is going to be 140% firepower max. Now Max has a very nice presence down south, pretty much equal to Noobplaine's presence up north at the moment. Going for a flip on a property, going for the comm tower capture. Oh, if he gets the comm tower, that's going to be Advance Wars 1 Max, folks. And we all know from playing Advance Wars 1 as a youth just how strong Advance Wars 1 Max is. 150% firepower, folks. Noobplaine sitting at 18 minutes and 50 seconds for time. Bakuryu down to 9 minutes and 34 seconds. So half the amount of time. Oh, the comm tower is being flipped, folks. And the southern comm tower is being denied. That is going to once again put Noobplaine at that 120%. All right, pretty big turn there, folks. Pretty big turn. Bakuryu's super close to the super co-power, though. Definitely lacking in unit counts, and now is slightly behind on overall properties. Does appear like Noobplaine has 19 properties. Bakuryu only has 16 properties, but when you're max, you only need 16 properties, folks. That'll get you your tank, anti-air, infantry, or your tank infantry, or your battlecopter tank. That's about it. Max will have a good time with just those units, though, folks. Oh, we got a trap card, folks. We got a trap card. Now, it would appear that perhaps if Bakuryu was lucky, he might be able to acquire that comm tower, folks. Now, there is one unit that can stop the capture of the comm tower. Now, that would definitely be the battlecopter, or maybe even the anti-air. But the problem here is you need to acquire vision first. Now, if you go in the mountain, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the mountain will not be able to see any of the danger right here. Tank could easily move right here and get vision, allowing for one of these 2 units to go in and get the interrupt. But the issue is if any of these units go up and get the interrupt, you lose that unit, which could be bad. Could be absolutely bad. We'll see what happens. Oh, right in the face of an anti-air, and pops a blizzard of all things. A blizzard. Advance Wars 1 Olaf here, folks. Now, the blizzard will slow down the potential push of Bakuryu's Super Co power. But he might still be able to get enough that he might pop it. I don't know. He might pop it, he might not. We'll find out. We'll find out. I think it might be more worthwhile to hold on to it. But the issue here is if you hold on to it for one more turn, when you actually do pop that Super Co power, you are going to charge Olaf's Winter Fury. So this blizzard slows down the opponent, being Bakuryu, but also sets you up for a Winter Fury next turn. But we're not going to have to worry about that, folks, because Bakuryu, he is going in for the max blast, folks. The super CO power attacks an infantry, attacks the anti-air, attacks the artillery. Now, the one thing that is beautiful about a +2 movement bonus when it comes to fighting Olaf is you actually do get +1 movement. It's amazing. When you're going over terrain that is affected by snow, you get +1, folks. And it's a beautiful thing. Unless it's a forest. If it's a forest, you're not getting anything. Ooh, interesting. I don't know. You know what, Bakuryu? I think it's fine going back here and getting some heals, but let's see that. I would like to put this guy right here to block this tank so he can't come in. I don't know if this tank is going to come in and attack anyways, but bringing him back there would be not too bad. I think this guy got attacked, but I don't know. Let's see. I think that might just be a replay glitch here. Let's check this out. Yeah, he's gone. He's not even there. He's out of it. He's out of the existence. He's not even in the game anymore, folks. See ya. All right. Noobplaine now at 24 units. Definitely took a hefty hit there, but it does have 20 properties. So that is a significantly large amount of properties. And with the added threat of Winter Fury coming, it is going to be very difficult for Bakuryu to actually acquire some properties here. Okay, folks, so, yeah, it would appear that maybe... Nope, the black boat's still there. It's just a visual glitch, folks. Just a visual glitch. Do not worry, the black boat is still on the HQ. Do not have to worry. There he is. He's there. All right. Okay, so yeah, that HQ is definitely under severe threat, especially once this artillery moves just one square forward. That is going to be bye-bye Black Boat and hello HQ cap. Sammy fans are good, so we're going to be seeing an HQ cap here today, folks, but Bakuryu is not the kind of person that will just stand by willy-nilly and allow his HQ to be captured, folks. No, he is going to front shift. He's going to bring his tanks over to meet Noobplaine head on. And he's also going to stop the capture of his property because, yeah, we don't want that to go through either, folks. Double tank. Deletes. He deletes it. He deletes the black boat. Oh, interesting little change of pace here, folks. That does allow for an attack on a tank, taking it out. But at what cost, folks? At what cost will this be? That means that the HQ is now going to be vulnerable if Noobplaine can destroy this tank. Oh, Lord. I think we have just witnessed a very clever move, folks. Let's see if it pays off for him, though. Oh, Pipe Seam is being attacked. With that new visual add-on, when it comes to Pipe Seams, now when you are playing Fog, you will be able to see that guy rumble in the shade. So if you see a Pipe Seam rumbling in the shade, you know there's something going on there, folks, and you better be watching out, because you never know what's going to be happening. Another battlecopter, another anti-air, another tank, another infantry on the field. For Noobplaine sitting at 28 units, Bakuryu at 25 units, could potentially buy 4 units this turn and get that unit count lead. Ooh, eliminates it. Another infantry is gone and another property is being capped down south. Bakuryu slowly but surely coming back into this game here. And then just moves the rest of the units. Bakuryu definitely coming a little bit low on time here, though. 2 minutes and 4 seconds left on his turn. So that will be boosted to 4 minutes and 4 seconds next turn. But in the meantime, very low on time. Gonna have to make some very quick, very fast split decisions here. Noobplaine also making a choice here, shifting some of his units up north, busting out the classiest unit in Advanced Wars by Web, folks. The classy medium tank has arrived on the field. Have you ever witnessed anything so gosh darn classy in your life? I don't know, folks. I don't know. But you are witnessing it today. The Fog of War classy medium tank. Let's go. Day 18. Bakuryu has no idea the terror that awaits him in the fog, folks. That classy medium tank could potentially pop up out of nowhere and cause massive damage. We got an attack on the black boat. We got more units shifting over by the HQ. The one unfortunate thing about deleting that black boat is now Bakuryu is forced to play around the HQ. If he leaves the HQ area, that could potentially be catastrophic in the long run, because if you get caught off guard on one area, boom. Olaf rushes your HQ, pops a Link to Fury or Blizzard, and snags it. Snags it from you. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants that to happen, folks, except for Bakuryu. No, not Bakuryu, except for Noobplaine. Only Noobplaine wants that to happen. Bakuryu does not want that to happen at all. Alright, we got an interrupt on the property. We have a scout. We have a little scout session going on here. Recon moving in. Oh my god, the Recon has just witnessed almost the entirety of Bakuryu's army right here. Noobplaine definitely gets a lot of intel here. Is he going to be doing a full push, or is he not? Looks like he's just going to go for a semi-push over here, folks. A little dabble over here, a little tossing out a little bait, seeing if Bakuryu will bite. Now let's see. Takes out the Recon. Takes out an infantry, gets trapped up north, double taps one of the tanks, attacks the infantry, but there's a hefty flipping artillery right there. A dignified artillery waiting in the shade for some terrible damage to be popped very quickly. Got the old co-power now, mid-turn max force. Manages to get quite a few attacks, actually. Takes out multiple infantry. Oh, has spotted he spots a battlecopter. Is he in range? He is in range with the battlecopter. Is he going to full yeet? Is he going to full yeet? No, full yeet. Oh, no. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Imagine, if you would, for a moment, a full yeet over here, finds this, scouts this, eliminates this right here. That would leave Noobplaine with almost nothing to play with. He would have the classy medium tank right here, which would obviously be able to go in and cause massive carnage. But the sheer loss of the battlecopter anti-air, these tanks wouldn't be able to come into position quickly enough. Oh. Could be very interesting, folks. Very interesting. But he did not do it. He played a little bit more defensively. And he's going to eat a Winter Fury for it, folks. The Winter Fury is popped. But Noobplaine is at 25 units to Bakuryu's 35 right now. Does manage to bridge that gap a little bit with several KOs up north. Yeah, every single unit up north has been KO'd, and the classy medium tank has entered the fray. That is quite a few units clipped out this turn, folks. 2 more tanks on the field. Now to day 20, Bakuryu has no co-power, and the front line is definitely hit very significantly here. Let's see if he can form a defense here, because he's not really going to be able to do too much attacking, but he does attack. He attacks the front line. Pulls the rest of the units back though, because he knows that his entire force up north has just been wiped out, so he needs to have a force ready to go to meet Noobplaine's northern army. Otherwise, he's going to be hit with the fattest pincer attack of 2025. Noobplaine, day 21. Property is being acquired up north, folks. 2 more days, and that guy's going to go through. Anti-air taken out. Classy medium tank feeds again on another tank. Another tank taken out. Double tap that tank. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, folks. And there's even a tank down south now, just sitting on one of the properties. Absolutely wild. Day 21. Bakuryu. The army has been beaten up. Global damage hits. But we have another mid-turn max force, folks. It's going to be enough. Oh, he's going to target the classiest unit in Advance Wars, folks. Going in for a double, takes it down to 4. Oh, moves the tank into range of the anti-air, but gets trapped by another tank up north. Oh dear. Oh dear. I think he is out of time. Nope. That is a resign, folks. That is a resign. Okay, it's not quite a resign. But he ran out of time, and it wouldn't let me do this final turn here. But we're going to see the final turn. Noobplaine moves up, takes the engagement, takes out a battlecopter, pops the mid-turn blizzard, and then that is all she wrote, folks. That is all she wrote. Bakuryu with the mid-turn resign, because he knows at this point there is no hope to defeating Noobplaine in the shade. But Bakuryu fought hard, he fought valiantly, and he did a fantastic showing. Just unfortunately, flop attacks is another one, folks. Absolutely wild game. Congratulations to both players. Hopefully you all enjoyed that one at home, and if you did, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye for now.